And welcome back to this special edition of Buckeye Blitz. You know, Urban Meyer puts a premium on offensive line play. Absolutely loves it. And, you know, you could have the most talented, skilled players in the world, but they're not going to be very talented without a strong offensive line. Kayla takes a closer look at the big guys up front, or as they're called, the Slobs.
Snap to Jalen Marshall. Marshall out of a Wildcat straight ahead to the 30, to the 25.
Primarily known for blocking and protecting up front, the offensive line is one of the key units in college football. Without those guys, there would be no big plays through the air or on the ground. Buckeyes O-line coach and new offensive coordinator Ed Warner considers his group to be extra special.
They're great people. I love being around them. They're part of a family that we're all part of. I mean, those guys are great kids.
The chemistry between this line is undeniable. Yes, these big boys are talented, and yes, they now have a national championship on their resumes. But it's one term, one word that they say allows them to be successful.
A slob. Okay, so slob is an offensive lineman, a good offensive lineman. Just a silly guy. I mean, we're a very laid back group. So it's a fun term.
That nickname didn't just pop up overnight. In fact, it started back during the 2012 season when names like Andrew Norwell and Corey Lindsey were in charge. Taylor Decker, who is now a senior, was just a freshman.
You know, we think it's funny that people always think linemen are just like fat, sloppy, lazy guys that love to. We do love to eat all the time.
Love to eat wings, and you gotta love ranch. And yeah, you just gotta, you know, be a slob. That's what we do. And you gotta move people. Play good.
The Buckeyes' offensive line was more than just good this past season. They proved to be great, and their reputation for being slobs spread throughout the state.
I'll be walking down campus and someone will call me a slob, and I'll be like, yeah, obviously, like, it's awesome, it's funny.
One guy actually said that his wife called him a slob and it was the best compliment he ever got.
Even Warner has earned the title of honorary slob, although he won't be following the same diet plan as his players.
I mean, they're human garbage disposals. I mean, they eat 8,000 calories a day, and they look pretty good doing it. So, I mean, if I keep up with them, you have to get 4X.
And while these slobs take their meal plan seriously, they don't take themselves too seriously, except for when it comes to doing work.
You gotta make it fun here, and we're all about it. But when it's time to lock in, you gotta lock in and go. And you know, when the slobs are going, watch out.
Better watch out.
Yeah, better watch out. Tim May, Roy Hall. Tim, Ed Warner now the offensive coordinator, but obviously he's very special, probably the best line coach in the country in college football. What do you think it is that he does well? And, you know, you just think about that transformation from that Virginia Tech game to where they're at now.
Well, they work on the rudiments. Anybody who's a good coach and gets them to play the way they played, I mean, the way they spread the field and stuff helps a little bit, but it's all about the rudiments, getting guys to do the right things at the right times continually, and they harp on the details a lot. But they also are looking for a little bit an athletic, you know, run to their offensive line, which I think makes him stand out. I mean, Billy Price, when you watch his development from the Virginia Tech game, which everybody keeps bringing up, to the end when he's against Alabama, you know, Kirk Barton was showing me some of this stuff on video one time of him coming outside and blocking a guy, just the way he could move and the way they had those guys moving. It's a, you know, it's an orchestrated dance.
Obviously, I was a receiver, so I can't really speak too much about the offensive line.
You had to block linebacker.
Other than to say that when you take on a name as the Slobs and you embrace that, it kind of speaks to their confidence and their character. They're like, we're ready to go. We'll kind of destroy our own character, so to speak. You can't say anything bad about us that we don't already know, and we're addressing our weaknesses, and we're getting better every day.
Washington Redskins called themselves the Hogs. You remember that? And what did John Cooper call the offensive lineman?
Hog Mollies.
Hog Mollies, which I'm still not sure what that was.
They're definitely proud of that. Now, are they going to skip a beat? They're going to miss, obviously, Darryl Baldwin. You know, Jeff Hireman's gone. Are they going to miss a beat? Are they going to skip a beat? Or are they going to be right back to being...
Yeah, they feel really good because Chase Ferris played some last year, and they think he can plug right in at right tackle. That's the one spot that's missing with Darryl Baldwin gone. But, you know, two of these guys are getting to skip a lot of spring, Taylor Decker and Pat Elflein, because they've played so much in the past. And Jacoby Boren's coming off surgeries on both ankles and a shoulder, and he's the linchpin, the center. I mean, he was the guy they were almost trying to replace at the beginning of the year last year. He wouldn't let him. I mean, he kept playing so hard. And so, yeah, I mean, the depth is what they're always looking for. They really like Jamarco Marco Jones coming along, Marcellus Jones. We'll see where it goes.
All right, you guys, well, the Buckeyes defense, we're going to switch gears, flex its muscles in the national championship game, and they look to keep it going this season, returning some key starters. Are the Silver Bullets back, or is there still more work to be done? We'll break it all down next.